The icy grip of a winter storm proved a death sentence for 78 souls in a horrifying blink of an eye. Air Florida Flight 90 was tragically lost on January 13th, 1982, after its takeoff from Washington National Airport. The Boeing 737-200 jet was scheduled for a routine flight to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, but the capital city was engulfed in a severe blizzard, dropping inches of snow and freezing rain. This treacherous weather created a deadly scenario for the aircraft, already delayed by over 40 minutes due to airport congestion and de-icing queues. The captain and first officer faced immense pressure, ignoring very crucial warning signs before rolling down runway 18. They failed to activate the engine anti-ice system, a critical step in sub-zero conditions, where temperatures hovered around -4 degrees Celsius. This omission allowed ice to accumulate on the engine pressure ratio (EPR) probes, which are essential for accurate thrust readings. Consequently, the engines were producing significantly less power than indicated to the crew, a fact the cockpit instruments misleadingly concealed. The flight data recorder later revealed that the engines were operating at only 80% of the required thrust for a safe takeoff, even though the gauges suggested 100% power, adding to the disaster. The pilots attempted to use reverse thrust during taxiing, which churned up snow and slush, further contaminating the wings. This unprecedented action was a direct violation of standard operating procedures. The de-icing process itself, using Type 1 fluid, offered a holdover time of only about 15 minutes for the conditions present, yet the plane sat waiting for 30 minutes after its application. Less than 35 seconds after rotating off the snow-covered runway, the massive aircraft stalled and plunged downward. It clipped the multi-lane 14th Street Bridge, moments before impacting the frozen Potomac River, its tail section disintegrating on impact with the bridge. The horrific crash occurred just 1 mile from the end of the 6,870-foot runway. 74 passengers and 4 crew members perished instantly or shortly thereafter in the icy waters or on the bridge. Only 5 brave individuals initially survived the immediate impact of the jet into the frigid river, a testament to their incredible resilience amidst sheer chaos. 4 motorists on the bridge were also tragically killed when the plane's wreckage struck their vehicles, bringing the total death toll to 82. Rescuers faced extreme cold and treacherous ice, working tirelessly to pull survivors from the submerged wreckage within minutes of the crash. The ensuing investigation, led by the National Transportation Safety Board, or NTSB, meticulously uncovered a chain of errors and systemic failures. It pinpointed pilot error due to lack of experience in extreme cold weather operations, insufficient de-icing procedures by the ground crew, and a critical flaw in engine instrumentation as primary causes. The NTSB report made dozens of recommendations, revolutionizing aviation safety protocols worldwide. These included mandatory engine anti-ice checks during cold weather operations, enhanced pilot training for adverse conditions, improved cockpit resource management, CRM, to foster better crew communication, and a more robust system for de-icing operations, with strict holdover time adherence. New de-icing fluid types with longer effective periods were developed and implemented, ensuring future aircraft would not fall victim to similar icy fates. The tragic loss of Air Florida Flight 90 became a harsh but invaluable lesson in aviation history, forever changing how airlines and airports prepare for winter operations, saving countless lives in the decades that followed due to these significant safety enhancements. The incident underscored the vital importance of following every checklist item, every regulation, and every instinct when flying in challenging environments. A single unnoticed switch killed 82 souls. Air Air Florida Flight 90's horrific January 13th, 1982 crash spurred a monumental National Transportation Safety Board investigation. Divers braved frigid Potomac River depths, retrieving vital pieces of the Boeing 737-200 jet for meticulous examination over many months. Investigators soon zeroed in on the engine pressure ratio probes, revealing a critical design flaw where ice accumulation provided faulty thrust readings, leading to only 80% actual power, despite 100% indicated on cockpit gauges, a 20% power deficit that proved catastrophic. The pilots, Captain Larry Wheaton and First Officer Roger Pettit, were found to have made several errors, including failure to activate the engine anti-ice system, a basic safety measure in sub-zero temperatures, near -4 degrees Celsius, as they rolled down runway 18. Their lack of experience operating in severe cold weather conditions was a significant factor. Ground crew de-icing procedures were also scrutinized. Type 1 fluid offered only a 15-minute holdover time, yet the plane sat waiting for 30 minutes after its application, nearly double the safe window. This created dangerous ice on wings, further reducing lift for the planned flight to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The unprecedented action of attempting reverse thrust during taxiing, churning up snow and slush, further contaminated the wings, a direct violation of standard operating procedures, also contributed to the disaster. The NTSB issued dozens of recommendations, revolutionizing aviation safety worldwide. Mandatory engine anti-ice checks during cold weather operations became standard practice. Pilot training for adverse weather was drastically enhanced, focusing on better crew communication through improved cockpit resource management, or CRM. A more robust system for de-icing operations was developed with strict adherence to holdover times. New de-icing fluid types with longer effective periods were introduced, ensuring future aircraft would not meet similar icy fates during winter operations. This tragedy costing 82 lives, including 74 passengers, 4 crew members, and 4 motorists on the 14th Street Bridge, changed aviation forever. It emphasized the vital importance of following every checklist item, every regulation, and every instinct when flying in challenging environments. 5 brave individuals miraculously survived the initial impact into the frigid river, a testament to their incredible resilience. Rescuers battled extreme cold, pulling survivors from the submerged wreckage within minutes. A truly heroic effort, just 1 mile from the 6,870-foot runway's end. This accident became an invaluable lesson, preventing countless similar incidents in decades to come. Thanks to these comprehensive safety enhancements, the simple physics of ice cost 82 innocent lives. Air Florida Flight 90's investigation after its January 13th, 1982 crash was a monumental undertaking by the National Transportation Safety Board, a process spanning many hundreds of days, involving dozens of specialists, from meteorologists to aeronautical engineers. The wreckage recovery from the frozen Potomac River continued for weeks under treacherous conditions, with divers working in water temperatures near 0 degrees Celsius, retrieving nearly 1,000 individual pieces of the Boeing 737-200 jet. Each fragment was meticulously catalogued and transported to a secure facility for reassembly, like a giant 3-dimensional puzzle, revealing the flight's final moments. The cockpit voice recorder, or CVR, provided chilling audio of the crew's escalating concerns, including pilot Roger Pettit's declaration, "It's not working," just moments before impact, giving investigators invaluable insights into their actions and decisions during those critical 80 seconds from brake release to water strike. The Flight Data Recorder, or FDR, independently corroborated the engine performance data, showing a clear 20% power deficit, despite cockpit indications of 100% thrust. This detailed examination solidified the understanding that ice on the engine pressure ratio probes caused completely erroneous readings, leading to insufficient takeoff power. The NTSB's 26 initial recommendations directly address these findings, initiating a global overhaul of aviation safety. New mandatory pre-flight checks for engine anti-ice systems were immediately implemented across all carriers for operations below 10 degrees Celsius. Pilot training was drastically revamped with specific modules dedicated to winter operations and cold weather hazards, emphasizing the critical importance of de-icing procedures and communication. Flight simulators were reprogrammed to include scenarios mirroring the Flight 90 conditions, providing a safe environment for pilots to experience and learn from such extreme events. A rigorous new classification system for de-icing fluids was introduced, including Type IV fluids, offering significantly extended holdover times, sometimes exceeding 4 hours under specific conditions. A massive improvement over the 15-minute limit of Type 1 fluid. Ground crews received enhanced training and certification for de-icing application, with strict adherence to updated holdover timetables, published daily for various aircraft types and weather conditions. The design of engine pressure ratio probes themselves was revisited with new heating elements and improved sensor placement to prevent future ice accumulation. Airline operational procedures were updated, requiring stricter adherence to manufacturer guidelines and prohibiting unauthorized maneuvers like reverse thrust during taxiing near snow and slush. The incident also spurred advancements in air traffic control communication protocols, especially concerning runway conditions and weather advisories. The entire aviation industry absorbed these lessons, implementing thousands of changes over several years, enhancing safety for millions of passengers daily. The 5 survivors, including Priscilla Terrada and Bert Hamilton, became symbols of resilience and were instrumental in advocating for these vital safety improvements, sharing their stories with NTSB panels and the public. Their miraculous survival, just 1 mile from the runway start, underscored the desperate final moments. This tragedy transformed the culture of aviation, emphasizing proactive risk management and continuous improvement. The total cost of the investigation and the subsequent safety overhauls ran into many millions of dollars, but was deemed a necessary investment to prevent future catastrophic losses of life. The impact reverberated worldwide, influencing regulatory bodies like the Federal Aviation Administration in the United States and the European Union Aviation Safety Agency. Every takeoff, every flight, every passenger benefits from the painful lessons learned from Air Florida Flight 90, a testament to how meticulous investigation and dedicated reform can prevent unimaginable future disasters.